Ferguson, Mo. The St. Louis County Executive declared a state of emergency here on Monday as officials and activists sought to regain control of the volatile streets after plainclothes police officers shot and critically wounded an 18-year-old black man who they said was firing on them late the night before. The police said the man, Tyrone Harris Jr., was among two groups of young people who exchanged gunfire near peaceful protests late Sunday on the first anniversary of the death of Michael Brown, an unarmed teenager who was killed by a white police officer in Ferguson. Prosecutors on Monday charged Harris, of the St. Louis suburb Northwoods, with 10 counts, including 4 of felony assault on a law enforcement officer. The declaration of a state of emergency by the county executive, Steve Stenger, empowered the county police force and its troop commander, Chief Jon Belmar, to oversee police operations in and around Ferguson, where police units from surrounding towns arrived on Monday to bolster efforts to maintain calm. Gunfire on the fringes of demonstrations commemorating Brown's death, which set off looting, arson and confrontations with the police last year, unnerved residents and demonstrators over the weekend. The recent acts of violence will not be tolerated in a community that has worked so tirelessly over the last year to rebuild and become stronger, Stenger said in a statement. Chief Belmar shall exercise all powers and duties necessary to preserve order, prevent crimes, and protect the life and property of our citizens. On Monday, protesters who had commemorated Brown throughout the weekend staged acts of civil disobedience across the region. They protested incarceration rates and prison contractors in Clayton, the county seat, and held a rally outside the federal courthouse in St. Louis, where nearly 6 people were arrested. Another 60 or so were arrested after shutting down traffic for about 30 minutes during the evening rush on Interstate 70 in the St. Louis suburbs. After night fell, at least 100 protesters gathered on West Florissant Avenue where police in riot gear stood watch.